Hi friends, Zoe here. Today I want to talk to you about self-confidence. It's 2016 and like I mentioned before in my previous videos, it's time to make 2016 our year, and what better way than to feel more confident in ourselves. So I'm going to give you 3 tips which have really helped me build my own personal confidence. Tip 1 is to look good. So I'm not saying do yourself up to the nines every day, but make sure that you're presenting yourself every day in a way that makes you feel good about yourself, whether this is, putting on mascara or doing your hair nicely or wearing nice clothes. You want to feel confident enough in yourself that you can go up and strike a conversation with somebody without worrying, maybe I shouldn't be wearing my sweatpants if I'm talking about business right now. Stuff like that. So take a closer note on what you're presenting yourself as to the world, and when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you exude more confidence. Tip number 2 is to walk confidently. So this might not be something that you would generally think of, but try to take note on the way that you walk. So are you walking, with your head down and your shoulders slouched with your hands on your cell phone the whole time? Or are you walking, upright, smiling, looking around at people? People notice this, and this I find has really helped my confidence. So for example, every morning when I walk to work every day, I listen to music or books, but I keep my head up. Obviously, I don't want to get hit by a car or anything, but I keep my head up. I listen to positive music, and I make sure that I'm not slouching. I am generally just walking more confidently. And think about the office and stuff. People don't want to approach you if you look like you're down or whatever. Like, just walk confidently, watch your shoulders, watch your head, and I generally think that this is a great tip. So tip number 3 is to speak eloquently, and I'm going to start this off with a little bit of a story. So in high school, I was generally very confident in the way that I spoke. I didn't feel any anxiety about school presentations, things like that, until I was in English one day and I had to do a bit of a longer presentation. This was maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But in high school, you're surrounded by friends. By the end of it, you know everyone, you know all your classmates, you feel pretty comfortable with it. And I did, but after this presentation, my teacher asked the class, what did you think of Zoe's presentation? And I would see people were good, this was interesting, that was interesting. And then the teacher goes and writes a few numbers on the board. And then beside them writes likes, So he pointed out to the class that this is how many times I said the word like, or this is how many times I said the word and then he kind of made fun of me, he's like this, like that, like this, like that, and obviously the class laughed. Obviously I laughed it off too, but it really affected me, and it took me to university where I was so confident in my speaking abilities, and then all of a sudden I was getting highly anxious for presentations. I took a public speaking course to try and rid these anxieties. It helped a little bit, but it didn't fully help. I still had that memory in my mind of somebody bringing attention to something that you didn't really notice yourself, but then all of a sudden the perspective completely changed on things, and I was embarrassed, I was nervous, I was scared. And it's never obviously a good thing when somebody makes a joke at your expense, but this followed me, and like I said, I tried to take courses to help myself be better. But a way that I found that really helped me to speak more eloquently and be more confident in my speaking abilities is by reading books and educating myself. And whenever I come across a word that I don't understand, I look it up in the dictionary and I try to make an effort to use that word on a daily basis. So that's really helped me. I find that if you're in conversation with somebody, not so much that you want to impress them, but you want to feel confident in the words that you're using and the topics you're talking about and everything that you want to understand. I did a smart, sharp, and sophisticated video, which I'll link below, which has some tips on that as well. But I just want to say, when you make more of a conscious effort to understand the words that you're using or the way that you're speaking, and you'll find you'll feel a lot more confident in yourself. I hope you guys liked these tips. If you did, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe below, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Bye!